Right, so the other bit to cover is what to do when someone's made a change and you want to get the changes to your local files. So starting with our repository, we will add a file to it. Where's the button for that? Somewhere. Part 2. So we can target a branch, see what happens. Okay, so merge request is what happens when you want to merge a branch back into the main one. So we now have 2 branches. One has part 2 in it, master is still the original. So if we were on this one, you can create a merge request and that will show you the differences, in this case adding the file. So commits and changes will show the actual diff file, like if you had change files it would show all the details there. And we can remove the branch when the merge request is accepted. So what that means is the branch we've created, Stompy, will be deleted once the merge request is merged back into master. So submitting the merge request will create a merge request which can then be processed. So that will, there's another tick box to turn that off if you wanted. So normally you'd have comments and all that sort of stuff, and you could make further commits before actually merging it as well. But in this case we're just going to merge it straight in and wait for that to finish. Done. So essentially when someone wants to commit changes, that's the safest way to do it, is create a branch with your changes and then push that branch up and then do the merge request to merge them back in. Right, so say we wanted to download all of that that's been changed, we go git sync and leave everything as it is for now and just hit the pull button. So pretty much any time you want to work on stuff you can just hit that and see what's happened. Okay, so we get this little graphing that shows that this branch is separate from that one. So the black one's the master branch and this red one is the Stompy branch. Because we merged it back in, so that is now part of the master branch. But what you can also do is create a branch when you commit. We'll see what happens. Hopefully won't break it this time. So it says missing, which means it's been deleted. And put a nice helpful comment in. So it's telling us it's creating a local branch, Stompy2, and everything else can be default. Right, so now if we look at the repo, you'll see a Stompy2 branch, which is missing the part 2 file. So that's pretty much how it works. If you, where we go, over here. So to install the mod you basically just download these assets, which can take a while because they're pretty big. So this is the texture assets and the resource assets. Just copy them into your main folder. Texture bundles for the texture assets, and then this one can be installed. So this is the repository, and what I do is I just keep that separate from the ones that I'm actually working on. That way I can somewhere rather deep folder structure. So those are all the STX mods. So medieval core, so it's basically the same as the repository files, which I used the wrong window for. Never mind. And these are the ones that I work on in Visual Studio. So you can easily run that. So in STX you got your mod selected, obviously need that one for the entities and medieval core. I don't need that one anymore because that's part of medieval core, but the command library is still useful. And you just build, and about 10 to 15 seconds later it'll be done. So it copies all the icons and Unity 3D files, but not the resource files, which is why you got to copy them in separately. So and that's it basically. You can play once that's done. When you do your build, it will give you this bit here which tells you all the renumbering, so it's always worth checking to make sure you don't have a conflicting one. These ones are fine because I don't have one specified for them, so it just renumbers them automatically. But yeah, anything that's conflicting, it's best to actually change those ones. Alright, well, that covers pretty much the basics. Oh, actually one other thing, so you can add your repository in to the GitHub desktop app, and that's another way. Oh, actually already got that one, so that one. And what that does is lets you see a much nicer diff file locally. It's like on this one here, you can see in the history all the different stuff that I took all these multi-dims off because they weren't needed, and added that. So that's you can also see what's going to be changed or what's in the commit. You can either commit it through here or through the right click menu, but if it's large files like text assets and that, then this one takes forever to do it, so you're better off doing it through the command line, through the right click menu. Right, well that covers Git tutorial. Have fun.